Where you say you from? You say you from Crenshaw?
I'm from Rolling 60s. But that's
What's Crenshaw then?
that's the street.
That's not where you from.
Yeah, I'm from. It depends who I'm talking to. Like if I'm describing my geography, I'm gonna say I'm from the Crenshaw district. But if I'm talking to a LA nigga, I'm gonna be like I'm from the 60s. So it's like if you from New York, you might tell a nigga you from the East Side. But if you ain't from New York, you gonna be like I'm from Harlem, right? I would assume. Or you be like I'm from.
Yeah.
I don't know, it's New York lingo, and then it's like niggas that don't know the lingo. So niggas that know the lingo, I'm gonna sound from 60s. But if you don't know the LA lingo, I'm gonna be like, I'm from west side of the Crenshaw district, South Central LA. That's what you gonna know.
So hold on. Why is there chatter about Jay Z being in the same club as Diddy? Allegedly, it's because of his interest in young girls. So rumor has it that Jay Z exploits young women in the industry, young enough to be his own daughter. Now, if you've been following Jay Z closely, you'll know that he's far from the wholesome family man he portrays himself to be. So Jay Z has been under scrutiny for quite some time. Do you guys remember when he was romantically involved with Foxy Brown? Yeah, she was just 15 years old and he was 27. That raised more than a few eyebrows. But wait, there's more. Jay Z maintains close friendships with Diddy, Russell Simmons, and R. Kelly, each of whom has faced allegations related to their relationships with underage girls. Now, with fresh evidence coming to light, it won't be long before Jay Z has to address these shady connections to
Miles was there, Lil' Kim, Craig Mack.
All these people are hanging around.
Yeah, man. Faith Evans, Jodeci, Mary J. Blige.
Yeah, good
they
job.
know nothing about this shit.
Oh.
I was having a good time. You know what I mean?
You're 13. Did you have you doing any chores? Are you doing dishes at all? I mean, to keep you humble somewhat? Or are you just like, can you stay up till 4 a.m. with them and party?
I mean, I could. I actually stayed up longer than them.
And what kind, do you have money?
Okay.
How is that How is that normal at any time?
Do you have the part where they said, would you let your kids go there? He goes,
keep playing.
Hell no.
Keep playing it, Rob, because I think it's at the end.
Yeah.
Per dam. Yeah, I had like, like a living life. Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
14 years old. You're a dad now. Would you ever send your kid to Puffy camp?
Hell no.
See?
Yeah, that's the thing. Right? I have kids. I don't even post. And then, the Twitter trolls will be, we're her kids. Well, I'm pretending.
It's all come to a head now. Why now? Why?
Because he's the acceptable monster at this time, like R. Kelly was the last time I sat on this couch.
So who's next?
Y'all don't see the lineup?
Yeah, we see the lineup. I'm just waiting to see who's next.
Jay Z is setting Diddy up. Why is everyone having such a hard time? He ain't doing shit different. He lined up D. Haven, stole his life and identity. He lined up Big L, stole his life and identity. He lined up Dame Dash, stole his life, identity, and took his love. Lined up R. Kelly. He wants to be the one.
And they always talk about it. Same thing with 50, but 50 showed you that he was a hustler.
Yeah.
It's damn hard to be a millionaire in this world.
Let alone a billionaire.
It's damn hard to be a billionaire in this world. Both of them, if I'm not mistaken, Diddy did touch billionaire status. My point being is, has 50 been declared a billionaire before? No, but he's one of the wisest, smartest businessmen in this world. And he'll talk to you about business, he'll talk to you about how to make money, all that. It's like how Jay Z has. 50 Cent has sold drugs just like Jay Z has. Yeah. But how the hell is 50 Cent not a billionaire, but them two are? We're just trying to get out of here, bro. Hey, yo, it's coming out soon, Jay. They coming after your Your is next. Rumor has it him and Beyonce are getting a divorce behind the scenes. They realize that they're stronger together than they are divided. So right now, they're more so together as a business rather than as like I'm only doing this to shit. Jay Z's name is getting brought up in this whole Diddy.
Who killed Tupac and Biggie? I think both of these dudes were assassinated in some kind of way. More Biggie than Tupac. I think Tupac might got killed by a dude that they you know, had an incident with earlier that day. But Biggie's seems a little
JFK.
governmental to me.
my younger son like a older man, and not saying that I would condone that or I would handle it that way.
Right.
But you know, I think that it was a mistake that, you know, it could be we should move past it. It wasn't like she was naked or nothing like that. And you know, if you look at the model game out here now, there's models like 14, 15 in Vogue, that's topless and things like that.
But people don't know that's their age.
Yeah. People don't know that's their age. What I'm trying to say is that nobody's really perfect in this game. And then I think we all getting scrutinized, from Barack Obama to Hillary Clinton to Reverend Wright to Britney to what's her name? Miley Cyrus.
It's all good.
You know what I'm saying? To Miley Cyrus, that you know, we have to be perfect. And it's like, you know, sometimes people make mistakes.
Puff, when it was pretty much done, just got his feedback, played it top to bottom, just wanted to see what he thought. And he was like, it's room on these records to continue to produce. You know, we had a good convo. He like, Nip, you know, you got potentially a classic album, and you know, it's things we could do to really push it over that limit. I respect Puff as a producer, as well as all the other hats he wear, but I think one of his most valuable contributions to hip hop culture has been as a producer. Yeah, seen him do his first couple mixtapes. I'm like, nah, this dude, the artist.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He from Compton, and you know, he a young dude out the West, so I just became a fan, and we was always around each other. So that was a record that he did originally. I asked him to let me have that for my album. Yeah.
And how did you get Puff involved? Like, you don't realize that.
Damn,
you
how
had the
me and Puff,
you had the
I think-
Sean Combs touch it the whole
I think
thing.
Bug introduced us originally, and then I think like last time I checked, video dropped, and Puff hit me like, man, you look like you doing yoga, nigga. What you got going on over there? You know what I'm saying? You look like you focused.
They killed Nipsey Hussle. Eric Holder was not a lone actor in that. If you go back and follow the details, Nip and Big U got into it. Big U hit Nip Daddy across the head with a bat. His brother had to come out and shoot the gun. Hey, y'all get out. Say, Nip, come on, nigga, we finna come beat you. Because I don't want to pay that $20,000. You say it's over this equipment, but the white folks is pulling me away from the set. I met a Jewish white boy on the front row at the Los Angeles Lakers ball game. Me and this white boy getting drunk. We started talking business idea. This white boy see I'm a sharp nigga. This white boy pulled me into business ventures, the vector sector, right? So now I'm being expanded, but now they pulling me away from the set. The set have made it known nobody's bigger than the set. Nobody's bigger than the program. Nip had gotten bigger than the program. Quando is a reminder that nobody's bigger than the program. But Nip had gotten bigger than the set. But what do you mean by that, Charleston? Think about when Big U and all the other big homies and the OGs in the hood, they standing in front of Nip shit. They standing on the street corners. When Nip pull up in that motherfucking platinum Jaguar, he pull up in that motherfucking platinum Jaguar, nigga, them fresh ass Puma with all them goddamn chains on, and then he opened up the door. He got a Hollywood bitch coming up out of there, London Lauren, one of the baddest Hollywood bitches we done seen. When the little homies see Nip pull up, do you think they gonna stay here and talk to the big homies, Big U Nip? They gonna make an about face and say, y'all, there go Nip, and they gonna run away from the big homies. As all the excitement going to Nip, all the brawls, everybody, the store, what you think the big homie sitting back saying? Now Nip is growing. Nip that Monday had a meeting with the LA County, with the LA Police Departments on gang intervention program before he come up dead.
Suit against the producer. In the lawsuit, Cassie alleged Diddy blew up Kid Cudi's car, so whenever Cassie would try to leave the relationship, Diddy would use his staff and threats of violence to make her return. He went through her phone and discovered messages between her and Kid Cudi, whom she had briefly dated while the two were apart. Diddy became infuriated and allegedly lunged at her with a corkscrew. Cassie ran out of the room, where she was stopped by Diddy's staff, who told her just to talk to him. When she returned, he hit her several times and kicked her in the back as she ran out the door. Cassie flew to her parents' home in Connecticut, where they photographed the bruises on her body. In February 2012, Cassie alleged that Diddy wanted to blow up Kid Cudi's car and make sure his friends were around to witness it. And guess what? A few days later, Kid Cudi's car exploded in the driveway. Crazy.
In the realm of hip-hop culture, artists often navigate their identities with a keen awareness of their audience.
When a rapper speaks about their roots, they might refer to their neighborhood or gang affiliation. For instance, one might say they are from the CRW district or the Rolling 60s, depending on who they are speaking to at that moment. This dynamic illustrates the intricate layers of identity within the music scene, where geographical and cultural ties play a significant role in shaping one's persona. The manner in which artists identify themselves reflects not just their background but also their understanding of the environment in which they find themselves. When conversing with someone who is well versed in Los Angeles culture, the artist might opt to simply state their affiliation with the 60s, relying on the shared cultural knowledge to convey their identity succinctly. However, to those unfamiliar with the intricacies of gang culture, it becomes essential to provide a broader context, often explaining that they hail from the west side of the CH district, South Central Louisiana. This nuanced navigation of identity highlights how artists adapt their self-presentation in relation to their audience, creating a layered understanding of who they are. The conversation surrounding artists like Jay Z and Diddy has been reignited in recent years, particularly with allegations concerning their relationships with younger women. Rumors have circulated about Jay Z's alleged interest in young girls, with some claims suggesting that his behavior could be exploitative. This raises significant ethical questions about the influence of power within the music industry. Such discussions are not new. Jay Z's early relationship with Foxy Brown, who was only 15 at the time, has long been a controversial chapter in his life. These events invite scrutiny, not just of the individuals involved but also of the systemic issues that allow such relationships to flourish unchecked. Moreover, Jay Z's associations with figures like Diddy and R. Kelly, both of whom have faced severe allegations regarding their treatment of women, further complicate his public image. The music industry is rife with power dynamics that can overshadow the artists' careers and personal lives, leading to questions about how these relationships influence the narrative surrounding them. For many, the intertwining of personal and professional relationships raises alarm bells, as it often reveals the darker undercurrents of ambition, exploitation, and the abuse of power that can pervade the industry. Ice Cube has also weighed in on these issues, suggesting that prominent figures like Jay Z and Diddy may have played a role in sabotaging the careers of emerging artists. This assertion points to a troubling pattern within the industry, where established moguls may use their influence to stifle competition and maintain control over the narrative. The rumored list of artists whose careers have allegedly suffered due to these power dynamics includes names like Nipsey Hussle and Cudi, both of whom enjoyed independent successes that challenged the traditional power structures of the music world. The question arises, why do these allegations surface now? The timing suggests a cultural shift, perhaps reflecting a growing willingness to confront the darker aspects of the industry that have long been ignored. Just as R. Kelly was held accountable for his actions in a highly publicized trial, others may now find themselves facing similar scrutiny. This moment in hip-hop is significant, as it highlights a critical juncture in the ongoing dialogue about power and exploitation within the genre. Artists and audiences alike are becoming more aware of the underlying issues that have plagued the industry for decades. The reactions within the hip-hop community to these revelations have been mixed. While some artists have rallied together to support those who have been victimized, others have remained silent, perhaps out of fear of retaliation or backlash. This silence can perpetuate the cycle of abuse and exploitation, making it essential for artists to create a culture of accountability and support. The absence of a unified response can be detrimental, allowing the harmful dynamics to continue unchecked. For instance, 50 Cent has publicly criticized both Jay Z and Diddy, questioning how they amassed their wealth and power in such a competitive industry. His observations emphasize the difficulty of achieving success in hip-hop, especially when comparing himself to Jay Z and Diddy, who have seemingly ascended to billionaire status. The disparity raises valid questions about the paths taken by different artists and the underlying systems that favor certain individuals over others. Moreover, the rise of social media has amplified the voices of artists who may have felt marginalized or silenced in the past. Platforms like Twitter and Instagram have become spaces where artists can share their experiences, whether positive or negative, fostering a dialogue that was previously relegated to private conversations. This shift has allowed for a broader conversation about accountability and support, enabling artists to challenge the status quo and push for change. Diddy, in particular, has found himself at the center of numerous allegations, most recently stemming from a lawsuit filed by his ex-girlfriend, Cassie Ventura. The lawsuit alleges that Diddy subjected her to a pattern of abuse and control, including threats against her and her associates. Such accusations echo broader concerns about the treatment of women within the industry, raising critical questions about accountability among powerful figures. The fact that such behavior is coming to light now suggests a cultural reckoning, as more individuals feel empowered to speak out against their abusers. Cassie's claims include a disturbing instance where Diddy allegedly threatened to blow up Kid Cudi's car after discovering her communication with him. This type of intimidation not only reveals the toxicity present in their relationship, but also serves as a microcosm of the broader issues faced by many women in the industry. The gravity of these allegations cannot be overstated, as they illuminate the toxic dynamics that can exist in relationships within the industry, where threats and manipulation are used to maintain control. Moreover, these allegations pose significant questions about the consequences faced by those in power. Historically, powerful figures in the music industry have often escaped accountability for their actions, leaving victims without recourse. As conversations around consent and power dynamics continue to evolve, there is hope that the tide is beginning to turn, allowing for a more just and equitable industry. Usher's experiences at Diddy's flavor camp further illustrate the complexities of growing up in the industry. Describing it as a place filled with adult activities that he didn't fully understand at the time, Usher reflects on the environment he was thrust into as a young teenager. His narrative underscores the confusion many young artists face when entering a world where the lines between professionalism and personal relationships can blur significantly. Usher's recollections of Flavor Camp reveal an environment rife with temptation and curiosity, which, while seemingly glamorous, poses serious risks for impressionable youth. The discussions surrounding these experiences raise significant concerns about the responsibilities of industry veterans in guiding young artists through the complexities of fame and success. There is a pressing need for mentorship programs that prioritize the well-being of young artists, ensuring they are not only prepared for the spotlight but also protected from the potentially exploitative nature of the industry. These discussions about Jay Z, Diddy, and the treatment of young artists point to a larger cultural issue within the music industry. There is a growing recognition of the need for change, particularly in how power is wielded and how artists are supported or not as they navigate their careers. The demand for transparency and accountability is becoming more pronounced, as artists and fans alike are calling for a re-evaluation of the systems that have long upheld inequality and exploitation. Moreover, the narratives surrounding these artists can have far-reaching implications beyond the industry itself. They reflect societal attitudes toward fame, power, and gender dynamics, prompting conversations about accountability, ethics, and the responsibilities that come with success. The music industry is often seen as a microcosm of society at large, and the issues it faces mirror broader cultural struggles regarding race, gender, and class. The involvement of organizations and advocacy groups focused on protecting artists' rights and promoting mental health awareness is essential in this cultural shift. By fostering an environment that prioritizes the well-being of artists, the industry can begin to address the systemic issues that have long persisted. Initiatives aimed at educating artists about their rights and providing resources for mental health support can help create a healthier industry where artists feel empowered and supported. The role of the audience in these discussions cannot be underestimated. Fans have the power to influence the industry by holding artists accountable for their actions and demanding change. As the conversations around accountability continue to grow, audiences are increasingly aware of the implications of their support. This shift in consumer behavior can encourage artists to reflect on their actions and the messages they convey through their work. Social media has played a crucial role in this dynamic, providing a platform for fans to express their views and engage in discussions about the ethics of their favorite artists. Hashtags like #MeToo have sparked conversations that extend beyond the entertainment industry, impacting various sectors of society. This cultural movement highlights the importance of collective action in challenging and dismantling systems of power and exploitation. As the hip-hop community continues to grapple with the complexities of power, identity, and accountability, there is a pressing need for change. Artists, fans, and industry stakeholders must come together to foster an environment that prioritizes the well-being of all individuals involved. By promoting transparency and accountability, the industry can work toward a future where artists are empowered, supported, and protected from exploitation. In conclusion, the discussions surrounding Jay Z, Diddy, and the treatment of young artists highlight the ongoing struggles with power, control, and accountability in the music industry. As more artists speak out and share their experiences, there is hope for a more supportive and equitable environment for all artists, particularly those just starting their journeys in this complex and often unforgiving landscape. It is imperative that the industry collectively acknowledges its shortcomings and actively works toward creating a space where creativity and talent can flourish without the shadow of exploitation. As we reflect on these narratives, we must also consider the broader societal implications of the issues at hand. The journey toward accountability and equity is ongoing, and it requires the concerted efforts of all involved in the industry. By fostering a culture of support and understanding, we can pave the way for a future where artists can thrive without fear of exploitation or abuse.